Hello, SNA fans. I don't know why it just went out on me like that, but I'm back here with the fourth clip. Let's hope it's the final clip of today's review video, which some tells me it will be because we're almost towards the main event time. But before we get into that, this is where we got Io Sky and attacks Lyra Valkyria from behind in her backstage, and this is where she starts shouting at her, saying something like you were not supposed to win. I was supposed to win that semifinals match and become Queen of the Ring against Nia Jax. And I was like, yeah, but that was like 2 weeks ago. Like, let the past go. Like, it's not gonna come back. Like, and if you don't, the past behind, like, it's gonna like you're not gonna have a better future. Like, and it's gonna keep getting worse and worse than it already is. This is where then she threw her right on the top part of the equipment box. This is where then she then walk out of there, but then she throw a tantrum by throwing everything off this other equipment box and then left the building. This is where then we got the New Day taking on the Final Testament's Authors of Pain, which is a match that we were waiting to see from the last couple weeks. Ever since Karrion Kross was in the program with the New Day. This is where it started off with Xavier Woods and Razor, I believe. This is where Xavier Woods started things off by hitting a middle drop kick right onto the front of the midsection of Razor. This is where Xavier Woods starting off hitting right hands right into the face of what's his name, Razor. This is where he started hitting it repeatedly. This is where the referee started counting the 5-second warning, but Xavier Woods managed got the 10. This is where he goes for a headlock right on the Razor, but this is where Razor throws him right to the left corner side of the ropes. This is where Xavier Woods ran right through there. He ducks out of his clothesline. This is where he tried to go for a back clothesline, ducks right there, went right back to the right side. But this is where he gets caught with a big boot by the big man and the former MMA fighter. This is where we got Razor then going for right, left, right punches right to the face. This is where then Razor then spins over Xavier Woods, hits a axe handle, single axe handle to be the exact, right into the head. This is where he shouted something out right onto the right to the fans. This is where then he picks up Xavier Woods. This is where he tags in Akam. Yeah, Akam, that's what his name is. This is where he went right onto the top rope. This is where they knees him right to the midsection, right onto Xavier Woods. Go for a pin, but this is where he only got a 2.7 count. This is where he started hitting some right axis right into the face. This is where then he then twist him sideways right onto the head. This is where then we got fans start chanting New Day Rocks to the tell Xavier Woods to do some kind of motivating spirit bomb right onto to Xavier Woods. This is where we got Xavier Woods trying to attempt to go for the tag. This is where we got Karrion Kross. Then came up right on the Kofi Kingston. He distracted the Dreadlock Dynamo. This is where he's like, "You better stay away. You better stay out of this. Like, and none of this don't concern you in this match. Like, even though you're trying to add Xavier Woods, but he's wherever you're selling to him, he's not buying. And this is where I try to tag in Xavier Woods. But this is where we got when Xavier Woods tried to tag him in, but this is where, he was already long gone. Like, this is where we got Akam to grab onto Woods. This is where it was too late for Kofi to get back up to tag himself in the match. This is where we got Akam to close on him out of the ring. This is where then he tags in his brother Razor, I believe. This is where then they hit that double suplex powerbomb maneuver to get the 1, 2, 3. And the winner of this match, Razor and Akam, which they're known as the Authors of Pain of Karrion Kross's faction, the Final Testament. This is where Karrion Kross was like, "Well, I'm impressed, my boys," and this is where then we got Karrion Kross was like, "Who wants to get a piece of the Final Testament?" This is where they show the replay of what happened. This is where Kofi Kingston was checking on Woods because he was outnumbered by the Final Testament. And then this is where Karrion Kross try to force Xavier Woods to stop listening. Telling him to stop listening to his best friend Kofi Kingston. This is where Xavier Woods like, "Never, like, I'm gonna be a future world champion." It's because of him. This is where Xavier Woods. This is where Karrion Kross like, "Nah, like, not when you're." like not like if you're gonna be teaming with that clown. And then this is where that we move on to the next slide. This is where we got Jackie Redmond then asked questions to Albert Fire and Abaddon, saying she was asking like, what just happened out there? What were you thinking when y'all assaulted Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill, and costing them the match from retaining by winning by pinfall? But even though they did retain by winning by disqualification, but still like not a title retained that they would think. But this would then we got Jackie Redmond's like, you just attacked the women's tag team champion without any remorse, like and I want to ask you women why. And then this word that Albert Fire then explained was like Bianca and Jade decided to hand out title shots here on Raw. Like, no, we do not and we did not get any of the same opportunities that any of these girls in the roster. Like Shayna and Zoe, they're the number one contenders because they beaten other women here on the division, but they never beaten us because we never had a chance of getting that number one contender spot. And then this is where we got Iva Dawn was like, yeah, and then this where she was like, yeah, and then we're gonna be in Scotland in the next couple of weeks, and then we never been announced for a match, so we thought we'd make ourselves known, and that just don't sound right with us. So we're not just gonna wait around for chance after chance. Like we're just gonna make matters and do business for ourselves in our own hands, and we're gonna all like Bianca and Jay like y'all may look like Bianca and Jade, like y'all look very pretty in y'all's tag titles, but those gonna look absolutely better, perfectly better than around our waists. So we're gonna see you guys then, and hopefully you accept our challenge. But no matter what, we're gonna accept it. Yeah, Trey, are you all right? Yeah, Trey. But anyways, SNA assassinators. This is where we got them walking out of the building. This is where they start talking about like how they're gonna how they're gonna put themselves in the number one contender spot for Cargill and Belair's championship. And I was thinking to myself, like, it's kind of random for them to attack them like that, but no, like not necessarily, because like Isla Dawn and Albert Fighter, they're Scottish and they're obviously from Scotland. Like they're gonna be there for Clash of the Castle, like in about 12 days from now. Like ring a bell, coincidence? Like I see what WWE's doing right here. Like we all know they're gonna get a shot at the women's tag team championship with Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair accepting their challenge. And do you think that they're going to give them a shot at the women's tag team champ, like how it could be similar to Bayley versus Piper Niven, which the Scottish Bull, I would say, the Scottish Bulldozer is also Scottish, and she's also from Scotland, which I believe is from Glasgow, which I'm not sure where Isla Dawn and Albert Fire's from, but what city they are specifically, there will be in their home country of the European country, which is Scotland. Like, and do you think they're gonna walk out as women's tag team champions, or do you think that we're gonna see Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill retain? But I would hate for Bianca and Jade to do so in a Scottish crowd with them boo. I'll be afraid that they'll be booed for retaining, because we got the hometown favorites, or the home country favorites being in this match as the contenders, only for them to lose to the bigger and better stars. I would phrase them as. But let me know down in the comment section right down below and what's your opinions onto this matter in the comment section. But this is where we got Rey Mysterio heading out to the ring to get ready to face Damian Priest. This is where he ran into while waving the fans like with some high fives. This is where he ran into one with a grandmother with her grandson dressing up as Rey Mysterio, and I was looking at his mask. I was like, it looks more like a Rey Fenix mask rather than a Rey Mysterio mask. Like just saying, like it could be Rey Mysterio, but I think it's the lucha. I think, but it looks shaped exactly like the one half of the Lucha Bros mask over in All Elite Wrestling. But I'm gonna let you guys to decide in the comments below if what's your thoughts on to that, and do you think it's a Mysterio or a Phoenix mask? But either whatever Ray mask it may be, like the kid has some excellent taste of wearing a luchador mask in attendance. I gotta admit, and I want to give a high praise to that boy of being a wrestling fanatic. Like for that, on that note. But this is where we got Damian Priest head out to the ring. This is where we got it started with Rey Mysterio getting the offense right onto Priest, like until we got Priest then got to come back. This is where he pushes Rey Mysterio right into the right side. This is where he bowed his head way before Mysterio was coming his way, which that was a very least genius maneuver from the world heavyweight champion. But this is where Mysterio kicks him right into the head. This is where he right back to the right side. This is where he hits the flying head scissor, throwing Priest right into the outside. Rey Mysterio get right back, right outside on the left side. This is where he hit the springboard moonsault right onto the Punisher of the Judgment Day. This is where he throws him right back. This is where Damian Priest try to choke slam him or south of heaven choke slam. But this is where Damian Priest hits a right hand right to the face. This is where we got a springboard tornado DDT. But this is where Damian Priest counters out of it. This is where he hits a flatliner face first right in the middle of the canvas onto with Mysterio, and him slamming Mysterio right to the face. This is where we got Damian Priest was doing more punishment like maneuvers right onto Mysterio. This is where we got Rey Mysterio. Then this is where Rey Mysterio then try to go for a flying head scissors maneuver, but this is where Damian Priest tried to put him in a power slam and reversal. But this is where we got Rey Mysterio to go for a real kick right to the face. This is where then we got Rey Mysterio to go for an instant-giri kick, a step-up instant-giri to be the exact. This is where then Rey Mysterio then going for a roundhouse kick right to the left leg. This is where we got a right forearm right to the face. This is where then we got Mysterio to try to Irish whip him right to the bottom left corner. But this is where Damian Priest did counters through him instead. This is where then Rey Mysterio did, not Rey Mysterio, Damian Priest then try to kick his legs like if he's bull. This is where he tried to charge at the mask underdog. This is where he goes for bounce his face first right onto the ring post. This is where then we got Rey Mysterio going for a wheelbarrow face buster. This is where we got this is where then we got this is where then he got up on his knees. This is where he went right up on the upper right side. This is where we got Rey Mysterio to try to go for a clothesline, but this is where Damian Priest flips him right over, hits a super kick right to his face to follow it up. Like this is where Rey Mysterio grabbing onto his midsection.